What are we calling this? Is this a podcast?
Red. It's Clash.
Good morning, everyone. This is Reddit Talks Clash. I'm Rick. Also joining us today, Sam, Liam, and Spencer. The whole crew's here. First time in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Feels like.
Let's go.
Right. The month of March has just started. We got a new calendar, and I figured we should probably take a look at it and see what's on there, right?
That's usually a good idea.
We're getting a mini metal event this month, and from the looks of the calendar, it looks like Super Minions. Assume, right?
Yeah.
The image along with
Yeah.
it.
The Super Minion. God, how did you come to this conclusion? Bloody hell. Have you ever thought about taking up work as a detective or?
Yeah. When was the last time we did a mini metal event? It was like last year
It's
sometime.
been a while.
Yeah, I
So-
can't remember.
That's where we just get jog my memory, make sure I'm selling this right, but we get basically a free extra super troop, and then it's a shorter track, smaller rewards. They used to have skins, but I think they're kind of done with skins in the event passes. So yeah, are you guys looking forward to what could essentially just be an off month? No new ore requirements out of the metal event. A little chance
Yeah,
to
it
catch
will
up.
be nice to catch up, yeah. And just a little bit of a break from the constant events makes them always a little bit more exciting, I guess, when they come around.
Yeah, I mean it's been kind of slow lately because we had with Snake Bracelet February.
Yeah.
And Electric Boots was like December, so we didn't get one in January, right?
I think they have found a nice place for it now. But to be fair, at least the events, completing the event pass or whatever itself is so easy. You just need to be relatively active.
You don't have to be that active though, because the
No, true.
points like climb so much. This is the first month I didn't I purposely made myself wait just to try and do it in the last few days. It got up to like 1,500 in attack, and you could just giant arrow 1,000 of that easily enough.
It's very easy.
I wonder how many people do that. Just wait for the last day, just grind it out on last 3 days.
I'm gonna ask Spencer, how did you get your points, your medals, whatever?
For the which one?
For the
Lunar
event.
The
year.
recent Luna one.
Oh, I had a gem it. I did. 'Cause
Classic.
I don't attack too much.
At all.
No, so I was also gonna say there's no guarantee it's a super minion event too, because there's the challenge level on the map shows a hog rider, and there's no hog riders in this challenge either.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but also
I feel no. Come
I
on,
know
it's
if it's not
minions.
super minions, that would just be wild.
That's just weird. Yeah.
Next to it, I've been trying to decide, I can't tell because it says creator sneak peeks over 17 to 24, and then there's a little treasure chest underneath of it. So
Yeah, so we're getting a treasure chest event, right? Is that coinciding?
I don't know.
with sneak peeks?
I actually don't know. I haven't heard one way or the other. So
It's weird because we've had the treasure chest event before, and it was on the calendar before, but this time it's not on there. There's just a chest.
Well, I could swear I watched an Itzy video where he said we're being a treasure chest event, but I could have just made that up.
I assume it's a treasure chest event. It's also it would kind of be a big fail if they put the treasure chest on it and then didn't do it. But also,
Yeah.
we know they wildly misvalue treasure chests anyway, and how people get excited. Just think back to Christmas, where they're like, the best thing is still coming, and it was one chest. So who knows?
Oh God, yeah.
It looks like sneak peeks start in the week of 17 to 24, and that would imply leading up to an update in the end of March, which is pretty quick, because we're 3 weeks out of an update right now.
More regular updates, the better, right?
Yeah, every back-to-back months, even kind of spread out. If it comes right after sneak peeks, like they normally do, so that would be assume the 24th or 25th. I don't know what days of the week those are, but Mondays are the targets always. That puts February 10th to May 25th is a month and a half, and that's quick.
Wait, May?
March, whatever, M month.
Yeah.
It's morning.
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, obviously we're quite used to an update every quarter of a year, so this is speedy stuff.
So last year we had a February and an April update. So like really it's only 2-3 weeks earlier than what it would have been last year.
Mm,
I'm not going to be even close to finishing the upgrades that we got in February
no, neither.
when this one comes, if it's coming the 25th.
But well, I don't want to directly ask this question because I guess there's a chance you guys might know. But what is in this update? It might be, there's a very good chance it's not tons of building levels, and it's other stuff, or it's just a bit smaller. I mean, and updates doesn't tell us much about how big it is. So,
Does that just make it another quality of life update then?
I mean, I honestly wouldn't complain. I like quality of life.
Or is it like capital 11 or
Oh
builder base
God.
11? Is this the year of the builder base?
There is a lot of speculation it's a builder base thing because the also on the calendar, if you check the last item, the 4x star bonus, those are builder base stars. Those are silver stars.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
That is a
So
great point.
I know, yeah, Asher's been getting spammed
But
with
but
like
considering the
requests for
hog rider
info.
on the challenge level again, and the fact there's no hog riders, I mean, does the 3 stars that just happen to be build-based stars, does that? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like how how funny would it be if it was like a builder based star bonus?
Yeah, oh God, I would kill myself. Also, I just wanted to quickly interject. I've just skipped through Itzy's video that I watched with subtitles, and he does say that 17th to 24th event is a treasure chest event. So, yeah, in theory, that's what we got.
I don't know, maybe Itsu knows stuff I don't, or maybe I just
Yeah,
missed it.
well, clearly.
Or I mean, because like it's one of those things where okay, like my background, I don't like to say, I like to attach confidence levels and I choose words carefully. So when I say like something's likely to happen, like in my mind, there's a specific percentage attached to that just because that's how we rolled in Intel. So like I don't know, it always bugs me on Reddit when people are like, "This is confirmed." Like, absolutely no, it's not. Or this is probably going to happen. Like, no, probably means something. More likely than not. But
That's
I
actually
know.
a really
So
good point, Vic. The
like,
percentages, they use that a lot in the CIA, so
yeah, I was Intel. Again, that's kind of
that makes
like
sense, yeah.
the CIA writes a lot of guides for how the American military operates. Intel and our writing guides. Anyway, casually speaking, yeah, it's probably a treasure chest event. Like to be honest, but I haven't seen anything supporting that one way or the other. But it probably is.
Yeah. And then obviously we've got new skins,
Yeah.
new sceneries. What do we think of them?
The action skins and the military scenery, right? Because the names don't match.
Oh, I actually don't know.
Yeah,
I
is that
don't
where
My
like
the
favorite one is the sniper one.
I dig how the king crawls around.
Yeah, I find that really funny.
I like that it's the gold pass one too.
Hmm.
It does have like a unique movement to it, and that isn't the cheapest one that the most people are gonna have. I think probably the coolest one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the set is all right, but it's nothing like I've been blown away by. I mean, Rick, are you more excited because it's all Boom Beach kind of styled, or I don't
No,
know. No, cool.
the scenery's cool. There's a lot of little like action movie references sprinkled in. Ninja and I were talking about a little bit of those, but no, it's cool. It kind of has like a GI Joe theme-ish.
Hmm.
It's weird that they stuck with like the military scenery as the name when like all the skins are like action skins because it is like action movie theme.
Yeah, they probably just forgot. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean that's possible. But I'm gonna get codes for all 5 hero skins, I believe. So
Oh, great. Oh, it's
next
helpful.
episode, yeah. Well, let's do a giveaway for those on the next one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, good little update giveaway.
Yeah. Any parting shots on the cosmetics or the calendar or anything?
I really like the steak scenery, but that was it.
The legendary one.
Yeah, it was epic.
How do you have it if you're free to play?
Great question, Vic. Moving on.
No, we are allowed to say. Supercell was kind enough to give all the Reddit mods and Discord mods the full cosmetic set for the Lunar New Year one. So we all got the legendary scenery and all 5 skins. So that was Very nice, and if you guys are listening, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes.
We will now only say positive words towards yourself for the coming period of time.
Like, I mean, not all the skins individually are my favorite, but I do appreciate like having them all match, and the scenery is actually pretty dope.
Yeah, the scenery is
Like,
awesome. I've
yeah,
been
you just like
someone's just sat there for like 10 minutes, just like flicking around it, Great fun.
it would be a cool screensaver. Like, you just scroll up to the top where like the moon is and all the fireworks are going off. It's just kind of
Oh
just
yeah.
chill. All right. So we haven't really talked we've always been talking about, problems in the game and bugs and everything else. But yeah, I haven't really heard what you guys are up to in the game lately. So I figured we would check in with where we are at. So yeah, what are you guys up to? How's Town 17 treating you?
Well, I've decided, as you very well know, Rick, to stop being a little and keep using E-dregs, and which is awful. I mean, I was just being so lazy and didn't
Yes.
really want to switch. Yeah, no, I can accept my feelings. I was just being lazy, and I was refusing to switch, and I did.
For weeks, I've been telling you, like, knock this off.
Yeah.
It's weird. Sam is like way more modest than in the chats about this.
Sorry.
Yeah, like you're saying, yeah, I admit it right now. It's easy and all, but that's not how the conversation I remember. You're like, no.
I have no. I can find messages where I've said to Rick, I am swallowing everything I said. I can admit fault.
He's playing this off like, hey, like he's finally seen the light. 12 hours ago is when he's like, all right, I'm switching to Root Riders.
Yeah, I know.
Was,
and
this was last
a
night.
lie.
And yeah, and I'm wondering if it's because you just wanted to screw up part of the podcast plan, which, if you look at the next item on our agenda.
No, I actually hadn't looked at the notes until after I switched. The actual main reason I switched was because I was like, it's Clan War League and I need to stop. I need to stop doing E-dregs.
Yeah. I was gonna hold a whole intervention on getting you off your terrible spammy 20% hit rate attack.
Well, I still believe this is spammy, but it works a lot better. I'm now fully converted to the Root Riders.
But you're doing a goofy Root Riders.
14 invisibility spells. No, honestly, it is amazing. Just 14 invisibility spells. The RC can clear so much stuff, and then your Root Riders just stroll through the rest of the base. I mean, it's just brilliant.
If you're doing that, like, why not just go regular dragons? Because then, I don't know, like, it feels like that's gonna have less time issues. It's gonna have well, I guess either way you're not dealing with walls, but yeah, like Root Riders are slow and
they are slow, and it comes a bit close on time occasionally, but I also bring super barbs with the army so they can help with cleanup. And then you still got your king, you still got your queen, and if you can keep especially the queen live, brilliant. It can be tight for time, but generally it's not, and it's just so crushing. I mean, I haven't given it a proper well hard mode yet, and I'm sure that will expose it a bit more. But on normal mode, it like they don't die. It's just wonderful.
Trample messaged me a while ago, and he's like Trample's like, hey, do you care if Sam comes back? And I'm like, no, and like, no, Sam's a great player. Of course we should have him back.
Yeah, I was.
And then you show up, and then the next 6 wars, you just 2-star, 2-star, 2-star,
that is
3-star
not true.
Using E-drags.
Yeah. So I think reflection and growth is important, and I think that is what I have been through in the past week.
I'm proud of you, Sam.
I mean, to be fair, I did identify. I knew it was a problem ages ago. I just was being ridiculously lazy to switch.
Oh man, I had a whole intervention speech prepared. How your laziness has affected me in the following ways, but and now that you've seen the light, we can skip it. Liam,
you can recycle it and use the speech on me if you want, Vic. Tunnel 17's been great for me so far. I'm using dragons currently, still working like a chime. I actually like having just one attack. I don't want to switch or think too much about what to do on each base, and actually it works pretty great. I haven't really encountered a base where I couldn't triple with it. So we'll see if that changes in CWL. But yeah, happy with it. Making good progress actually. Almost, I don't want to say fully max, but getting there inch by inch. And I have this progress base where you can see like how many buildings remaining. So yeah, no, it's a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying it a lot. Clan games is killing me though. Like I just cannot do it on
but that's
accounts
entirely on. That's entirely.
I know. It's a me problem. But
Okay.
other than that,
How many accounts did you get 4,000 on?
that's a great question. I actually found a way to like be way more efficient with them because I'm now doing them on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screens. So I did it on, I think, let me make sure. It seems, yeah, 65 accounts.
That is too many.
Yeah, but there's so many people who need help finishing clan games, and so
No,
what are you
yeah,
gonna
but
do? Let them
Yes.
alone? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Spencer?
Town Hall 17's been fine. I've been spamming E-Drags, and
Look,
the
Rick, your
Alchemist has
intervention
been
speech,
very
it has a
helpful.
purpose.
Well, no, see,
What?
like Spencer's not letting me down by spamming E-Drags, and Liam hasn't been letting me down. Like Liam's
Yeah.
helpful. Liam's still, like he's there to help around. I don't have a problem with how those two play, but Sam, when you join my clan and
Yeah,
you
okay.
and you
Yeah.
have a 20% hit rate and you're trying to be in champs on CWL asking for special favors,
Yeah.
like hey man, that's
Yeah.
this is not the way it's gonna
that's
be.
fair enough. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. I'm gonna get a 21-star COL this week. I'm saying it
You
now.
better.
It's on its way. It's on its way. It's pending.
So me, I took I didn't really talk about it on the podcast, I don't think, but I took another lesson in like the end of January, right before the update. So from Stefan Tribe, linked up with him for an hour and ran through just root riders with minion prints, and I've been rocking that for a while, and I'm doing pretty good. It feels like I'm not where I want to be. I think my hit rate's like 80%, which is fine. But puts me like straight up middle of the pack in my clan, and I'm not a fan of that. And I wanna do better, but it's working for me. So hard to get away from root riders because they're so strong.
Yeah. How are
But
you nearly maxed yet, or how's the base progress going?
I did all the supercharges to level level 2 before the last update. I only had the traps left. Like I got the new traps up to like the previous max level. And then the update dropped, so I started working on the new stuff. I haven't timed out everything on Clash Ninja yet, but I think I'm gonna be if the update does come at the end of that creator sneak peek week, and it probably is, I also have a lot to do to catch up on. And then I'm
Yeah.
curious, just like what are we gonna do the rest of the year? Because there's not that much left to Town Hall 17. And if they give us a lot of Town Hall 17 stuff again, like what are we gonna do until December when Town Hall 18 comes? Like they
I
I
keep
just
forgetting that town halls come so much, like, are coming
yeah.
quicker now.
Like it feels
It's
like we
quite
have like we're well over half stuff already in Town Hall 17. So like I'm wondering, are we gonna get Builder Hall Clan Capital content? Is it gonna be like slower summer fall updates? Like I don't know. Like I'm curious how they're gonna fill time, but we'll have to see. All right, so Reddit has been insane lately.
Yeah, we got a new top post. How did that happen?
Oh yeah. The new top post of all time replaced one of my favorite memes, really.
Oh, I know it's the clan lead. It's the one where is it the one where I tanked about 1 million downvotes? Is it that one?
Yes. Yeah, it was. So
Yeah.
it was like when you finally meet your clan leader and it's like that 10-year-old
Yeah.
kid sitting behind a desk on Skype or whatever. Yeah, that was the top post of all time. The new top post of all time is just a picture of a Town Hall 17 with 1 billion decorations in it.
It's also notably not a meme. I mean, does that ever happen?
I do have a gripe with this post. It's misleading. They spread out all their walls, fill up all the space, and so it's not like a real base. It's intentionally cluttered to make it look worse than it is.
Yeah, kinda. I do think it raises a lot of good points too. Like people have been saying you need more room for decorations, and also lately, like you see more and more bases that just have like the all empty space filled with decorations in an attempt to kind of like make it harder to scout and see what's going on. Dude, there's a lot of decorations over the years, man. And
Yeah.
like like decorations and obstacles and holiday stuff. And how do you guys feel about the amount of stuff in the game?
I don't think the amount is the problem, but they need they need somewhere else to put it. either they expand the map, but only like the border where you can't place actual buildings on, and then you can fit more obstacles. That I'm sure they'll, there's probably gonna be issues regarding sceneries with that, especially. But I guess
That's
it's
a
an
lot of
option.
sceneries to update.
Yeah.
Probably.
I guess it's an option. That, or they like. I guess you could, in theory, have some sort of special place for obstacles, like an obstacle room, or whatever. But then, kind of, what's the point?
I'm never gonna look at anyone else's separate obstacle area.
So if they want players to be able to have all of their obstacles out on display, they just need to increase the map size, don't they? I mean, I'm not saying the playable area, just like the border area. I mean, I doubt, or they just say tough luck. You've got to stash them, and that's that.
Yeah, I've always had a feeling that the obstacles was going to be an issue eventually at some point. Curious to see how they solve it. Don't think it can go on any longer though, because I mean every new event they have a new obstacle as well. So
I wonder if they just underestimated the amount of people who would want to collect and keep. In this specific picture, this guy has 10 of the same tree and everything else too. So hey, at some point you got to say individuals have to start making choices what they want to keep and stuff. And I think that's fair.
But that's right now, right? But then if, say, this player wants to keep collecting the obstacles, which will keep coming, you'll get a new birthday cake, you'll get a new Christmas tree every single year, you'll get new things with events. Yeah, you'll get a new thing for the anniversary, probably. I mean, we're going to keep getting lots of new obstacles each year. We'll have to get rid of those duplicate trees, they'll be gone to fill up the space. And then what? I mean, you can say that for now, but it is just a ticking time bomb.
It's really easy for me to dismiss this as a concern to you because it absolutely doesn't affect me. I have a lot of shoveled stuff, and I've just hidden it all lately. I don't really care. I still save one of every new holiday obstacle. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Just I have shovels to burn, so I know it's not a problem for me. What is a problem for me though is it's annoying when I pop into a war hit or a legends base and they have a billion decorations, and it does it works on me, man.
Yeah.
Say skill issue all you want, but dude, it works on me, and I don't like it at all. I hate having to try and hunt for sweepers behind dancing selfie taking giants and all the other nonsense that's in there. I don't like the way it looks. It affects gameplay for me, and cosmetics I don't think should do that.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, just think about do you remember the shadow scenery? I think it was, where it was just really hard to look at. And they changed it because people were really struggling to attack on it. So I don't know why isn't a different issue. It's a cosmetic that is making it harder for players to attack. And yeah, that shouldn't be happening, should it?
In war, you can you can take time, and you have a lot of scouting time, and you can work it out and figure it out. All the scouting tools, the tactical overview, I think it's called.
Yeah.
You can deal with it in war, but legends, it's just and I see a base like
You've
that.
got 30 seconds. I can't be asked to figure out what's an obstacle and what's something that can kill me. Yeah.
I already have color vision issues, and it just short circuits my brain when I see a base like that.
That brings up a question from the chat from Z, who asked, should we have an option for the attacker to hide the enemy obstacles during attacking? Or would that kind of just defeat the whole point of all these sceneries and obstacles?
Yeah, it's kind of the people who are against it are strongly against it. I've seen they're like, "Hey, I paid for these. The point is to show it off, and if people can hide it, why am I buying it?" And I don't know. That's a great point. You
Yeah.
because I'm not looking at your decorations anyway. So why do you care what I think about it, or if I see them? I don't care. I hardly care about my own. But apparently, there's a decent subset of people out there who really care. I get the conflict of interest in allowing people to hide cosmetic decorations on other bases, when the point is to sell them or people to show them off. It's
at the same time, right? I get cosmetics. I mean, I very rarely even buy them, but I like cosmetics because I can look at them, knowing that some random person on the other side of the world saw my scenery. That gives me nothing. I don't know why anyone would care.
I don't know, people do, man. People do. It's probably hard to limit them, but if you just the option to hide is probably the best option, and then oh well, you know, or at least in Legends, where competition starts to matter. just disable disable cosmetics there. And then one of the big counter arguments to hiding people's names and stuff in Legends to deal with win trading is just like, oh, people will use decorations or whatever. But I don't know, hiding decorations helps that too.
Yeah, true.
Like, people will still find a way. Like, you put a single wall in a certain corner or whatever, and But win trading is probably a whole other issue too. But like, if I knew people were signaling, hey, I'll pay you for a win in a certain way, I would definitely do that on my base, and then obviously never pay anyone. Yeah, getting off track, but yeah, I would love to be able to hide decorations.
I agree with you, Rick. I think it's a good idea. Just from a dev point of view, I don't think it's going to happen because that means they'd have to go back and like on every kind of scenery, all the rendering, and maybe like it just seems complicated to put into place and doesn't bring a lot of value. So I don't think it's going to happen, honestly.
Yeah, no, I don't really. It would have to get a lot worse before we see anything change on that front, I bet.
Agreed.
All right, man, we're cooking. All right, dude. Reddit, we started talking about like new top post of all time we covered. Reddit has been insane since the update, and man, it's hard. It's been hard to get on Reddit, like especially as a mod, just dealing with the flood of nonsense that's been happening the last 3 weeks.
Mostly repeat questions, right?
All the stupid bugs that no one can shut their gob about.
It's such a bad, like, weird catch-22 because there's a lot of things that are bugs. There's things that look like bugs, and it's natural for people to want to come to Reddit, say like, hey, look, hey, I found this bug. Even if you search around, you're not going to see it because we're removing it. But there's certain stuff that gets posted like 100 times a day. So the people who are Reddit regulars just hate seeing it over and over again, and we remove it because it's been talked about. And then people show up and they're like, hey, I don't see this being talked about, I better post it. And
Yeah.
so then sometimes what we'll do is we'll let, like, hey, let's let a few through so people can see it and we have some place to direct them. And it's just, man, it's hard to keep up with. There's not like a great way to handle it either, but the specific stuff that people are posting about, I guess we'll say the apprentice builder and everything going wrong with him. The time saved is it's showing people like they've saved 12 years on the apprentice builder. Like, mine says I've saved like, yeah, mine says I've saved like 1,200 days or something. Much longer than the apprentice builder has been out. So people post that all the time.
And the annoying thing is as well is it's not a big deal, is it? It's hardly a problematic bug. And so because of that, Supercell aren't in a rush to fix it, which means we get a ridiculous amount of posts about it. I mean, that's the problem with it being a very minor bug, is it actually makes it a bigger pain for the subreddit.
It's not a big deal is a triggering line too, because that's always like what you hear. If someone's gonna argue back, like probably 50% of the time that they're gonna drop that line in there too, where they say like why'd you remove it? It's not a big deal. They insult you invariably. And you're like, dude, well, if it's not a big deal, like, why are we fighting?
Why? Yeah. Why do you care?
Yeah.
Why are you posting about it? No,
Yeah. But yeah, like the apprentice builder, the time saved bug, we were able to, like, the automod on that's working pretty well. Like our automod command to find those and automatically remove them. I think that one's kind of dying off. The apprentice builder not working continuously, or where you can't assign him to stay on a certain upgrade repeatedly, that's broken. Yeah, that one gets posted about 8 times a day, 800. And then just yesterday, the gold pass thing, the 200 points,
Oh,
and
yeah.
wow, people are freaking out about that. Normally, if you buy the gold pass in consecutive months, if you had the gold pass last month and you buy it again, they'll give you 200 points along the track just to kickstart you. And it's nice because it essentially gets you like your free 1 gem donation, so you can start doing that instantly. Do you need points to unlock the skin, or is the skin always like basically free at 0?
I think no, the skin's like just putting points there. It's just you get it straight away now,
which is cool.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets you all like the basic stuff essentially immediately. You can get to your forge slot. You can get to 10% by doing that. Plus,
I
like,
don't think you get the forge slot.
No, forge slot is later. Yeah.
Like, I noticed it right away too. I was up late that night, And then I went to donate, and I'm like, why don't I have 1 gem donations?
Yeah.
I went and I looked, and I'm like, wait, I don't have any points. What's going on? And yeah, like that was 12:30, so like half an hour into it, and it had already been reported like 15 times and posted about. And people are losing their mind and saying like they want like refunds for the gold pass. Like it and what's wild too is like Supercell responded to this insanely fast for them. Like Fairy was immediately commenting on stuff. They put there's 6 extra potions in the game on the gold pass.
Yeah.
At the end, it's 3 builder potions, 3 research potions. There's a pop up in the game. Like by the time I woke up the next morning, and I didn't sleep in. Like they don't fix stuff. Like lately, they haven't been fixing stuff quickly at all. And this isn't exactly a fix, but it makes up for it.
Yeah, I mean, it was it was a bit annoying because the thing I do like about the 200 points is the 1 generation, but also the 10% boost because obviously you got all your season bank loot which you want to spend, and so that was a bit annoying. I had to do some like builder base hits quickly to get
Yeah,
the 60 points. That
4 builder base hits. Like it's not a big deal.
no, it was a bit annoying, but it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people were freaking out.
Yeah, it's a minor annoyance at worst,
Especially for something which we didn't used to get. I mean, this is a pretty new thing. The free, the
It's
new
been
bonus points.
it's been a couple years, I think.
Has it? Oh my god!
Yeah. It's been there a while,
Really?
right? Like Spencer
A
might know,
couple
right?
years seems a bit long, to be honest. I think it's still fairly recent.
I think they added that when they raised the price.
Oh,
So
okay, so maybe that was a while ago,
2 years, maybe.
Yeah, fair enough. It still feels like a new thing to me, but
Like also randomly, I was like wrong publicly too the other day. Forrest
good
asked,
god.
no, there's a challenge right now that's like upgrade 2 buildings in the home village.
Yeah.
And then in the creator chats, Forrest was like, "Hey, how does this work if you're maxed?" Like I forget. And then I answered, like I did the thing I hate, where like people will ask questions like to Supercell and someone else will answer. And you're like, dude, like
Mm.
like yeah, hey, like no one asked you. But since it's Forrest, I felt like I could. And I said no, like they just sit there uncompleted. It's really annoying. And then one of the devs was like, actually, like years ago, we changed that to where if you're totally maxed and you have the start 2 building upgrades, it just auto completes for you and gives you the points. And it's been like that for years. So I had to look like a tool a little bit.
Ooh, embarrassing.
Yeah, it was. But I didn't delete it in shame though. At least I'll stand by my
I'm
Fair
proud
enough.
of you,
public
Rick.
idiocy.
Still not your greatest moment.
The other thing that Reddit has been harping on again and again and again and again and again and again is how they reduced prices for the double level stuff. So at Town Hall 12 and probably some other town halls, there are certain defenses that get upgraded 2 times within that town hall. The part of the last update, they reduced the cost of like when that happens, they just made it cheaper. So it's something I think they've always regretted doing. Instead of deleting the levels, they made the second one cheaper, and it's confusing the hell out of everyone. Not everyone, a lot of people. So like, there's so many posts every day like, why is the higher level cheaper?
And to be fair, it is weird.
It's counterintuitive, which is why people think it's a bug and always report it.
And that one's funny too, where it's like it feels like you're reminding the teacher to give you homework, kind of reporting that bug. So like if you do think it's a mistake in your favor.
And also, but though, to be fair, why isn't the first level cheaper?
It would cause the same confusion probably too, because it would probably be cheaper than the one from the previous town hall. But you're probably less likely to notice that.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like, and then making them both cheaper is also like gonna be confusing for the same reason. It was probably the easiest way to like cut people some slack, but it was done in a way that
They didn't think of us, did they? They didn't think of us.
yeah, it is unintuitive. Just like for us, please, Supercell, for our sanity, please like add some kind of indicator in the game that it's not annoying and not a bug, and they shouldn't race to Reddit immediately, because that is going to be something that's posted for years.
Ever.
even if they do that, like put a in-game notice, how many people are going to read it or view and be like, no, I found a bug, I'm gonna go post about it. That's just,
Yeah, but
mass mentality.
at least on Reddit, they'd just be called an idiot relentlessly for not reading the thing right in their face. Whereas like now, that's not really.
Reddit will answer questions pretty well. Like if you have a basic question about the game, like you can go to Reddit and you'll get help. But like these things in the last couple weeks have been posted so many times, so repeatedly that like people are getting really toxic in the comments. It's bad.
There's so many harassment filters that get triggered on those.
Yeah.
I saw, like people are really
Yeah.
mean because they're just so sick of it.
Like it's ugly.
Reddit
And,
being toxic.
yeah, who knew? That was gonna be. It's impossible for us to like come up with an automod command about that too, because people like with the apprentice builder time saved one too. Like it's just if you use the phrase time saved, it'll tell us like, hey, this is probably someone asking the same stupid question, and that one's easy, and that one works really well. But like when people post about the upgrade costs, they're just like they say, hey, why is this cheaper? And like, you can't filter those words because it's going to apply to so many other random things. Or they just use like WTF as the title. So there's no like keywords for us to narrow it down. So it's always going to be a problem. But that's what we signed up for, right, guys?
That's why we're here.
Yeah. All right, and then the third thing I that Reddit's been on, like on a more positive note, is there's a make campaign going again, which is really cool because we haven't seen make in years.
No, I thought they'd kind of quietly killed it off, to be honest.
And in the past, it was for cosmetics. This time, it's for a temporary troop, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it still active? I'm trying to pull up the site right now.
Ooh.
Temporary troop design closes in 4 days, 14 hours. So that puts it on the 6th is the last day. Voting's not open on these yet, right?
I just don't think so.
No, but you can see people's submissions.
This one is just a little mouse.
Some of them are horrendous, but
I like a lot of these are. This is just clearly a 4-year-old's drawing.
I do wonder though, like how sucky would it be if you submit a design, it gets approved and it gets accepted, but then it's only for a temporary shoot and then it never gets used again. Like that really suck, right? Like at least last time it was wasn't the war base from Supercell make as well?
Yeah,
don't get Spencer started on that.
The in Inferno Town scenery.
Yeah, that one I think. That was the Supercell make design as well, right?
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't care, even if it's a temporary troop. Like, bro, you've got to get a troop in Clash of Clans. I mean, it'll be immortalized in like the internet, won't it? I mean,
True. You'll have your username.
Yeah, and it's surprising. It's like $2,500, right?
Yeah. Or is it gems?
$2,500 in gems.
No.
I hope it's not 2,500 gems.
Oh no.
Rubbish.
No. Yeah, no. It's money, right? It's
okay.
It's gotta be money, right?
Yeah. Campaign winner 2,500, runner up 1,000.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
Okay, yeah. Which is cool because for previously for the skin and the scenery, wasn't it like a percentage of sales and then capped at like 50 grand or something, right?
I remember, but maybe.
No, I know. Like we talked about it years ago on the podcast.
Yeah,
but and then because I remember because it came up again because they brought that scenery back to sell it again, and we were wondering like, does that guy still get a cut or not? I don't know.
And didn't they change the name or something? I do remember Spencer having a fit about this. Did they change the name of it or something?
Yeah, yes, the name changed. I don't remember what it was or is now. I wonder if I have it.
They changed the name and they brought it back. It's a long story.
The Inferno Warbase scenery is by Tiago Messias. It still has his name in the game, at least.
Yeah.
There you go.
Immortalized forever.
God, some of these are brilliant. I wonder how much
there's a
AI
lot of cool
crap they
ones.
get as soon as I say that looks so AI.
I know, like it's a lot of mashup ones I'm seeing too, like a Yeti riding the bear. But yeah, anyway, if you want to submit your troop design, you got until we'll call it the 6th.
God, it must take a while. I wonder how many submissions they've got already.
Dozens.
I think a lot more than dozens.
Earth
I keep pressing
Golem.
load more, and they just keep coming.
Which is why I didn't bother making one, because more people apply.
There's some cool ones.
Yeah.
The deconstructor,
I
dude.
wonder whichever one they pick, like if they'll modify it much, or they'll just go with exactly what the person specified. I mean, to be fair, I imagine some of them are lacking in detail over some things, so I imagine they'll have a bit of free reign there. But yeah,
Yeah, some of these would be just like impossible to balance well too, which
yeah.
is probably another challenge. Like, but was it for like the design or the design and concept?
Well, I think design and concept. Well, there's at the very least there's like a description. There's a
Where the
description with each of them. I don't know. Hold on, let me read what they
it's
exactly
basically
want.
just images, and but like some of these like are designed in a way where it would kind of force what the troop does. Like if you're using a Yeti mashup, like obviously that's gonna have to drop some kind of mites.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure they figured out fudge the numbers into
Cool.
stuff they already that they feel like doing. All right, but there's a new Supercell game out, boat game. Spencer, how much boat game did you play?
Like 8 minutes before I couldn't do it anymore.
All right, like, what? Give me your assessment on boat game.
No, yeah, I was so excited because I enjoyed Moko the first time I played it and Squad Busters when we were testing it. I was like, all right, here we go, another great game. And I did not know what's going on. I did not know the objective. I was just driving around in a boat. I got it on an island, and I was like, what do I do? Where do I go? And yeah, it was rough.
So yeah, boat game is in third-person shooter. Like so, you're over the shoulder, running around. You drive a boat. Your boat has weapons. You can shoot other people in boats. You hop off on the islands, and you can kill little island monsters and each other. There you can turn on PvP. They call it going bad, and you shoot each other. But as of right now, it's super bare bones. But I had a good time. I probably played like 15 hours of it just because Cart Magic and other people
15?
were
That's
like
crazy.
other creators were. I got to like level 1,000. I maxed out my little
Oh
character,
my goodness.
which it was like so like when everyone starts to play. I think tomorrow is when like the open alpha starts. Like it's gonna be hard to get up to 1,000, but it was just really easy because like with only creators, all the lobbies were just empty. So it was like uncontested farming constantly, where you just go out, get all the best chests, bring them back really quick, level up. It was super fast.
That trailer they released for it, that was just odd.
I was confused about that. I was really like, is this intentional or?
It's just weird, isn't it? I mean, like, what were they?
I think they're just trying to go for like goofy Zoomer humor.
Yeah, but it wasn't even that. It was
I
just
did
shit.
like was it Ferry or Frame who posted it on Twitter with like the encoded like base 64 string. It was like it looked like a random string, and then if you decoded it, it was like the official announcement. That was pretty cool, I thought, from a programmer's point of view.
I think it's too late for everyone to sign up, but there's lots of boat game, gameplay footage out there. And if you search like creators from essentially all the games, were doing it. It was fun. It's like it's not my kind of game. I think long term, just like once it gets more populated, and I'm gonna have to actually fight for my chests and upgrades. Like I'm not interested in that. I don't want to. I don't have to fight for like one chest at a time.
It's a Supercell game in early development. It's getting canned off within a year, isn't it?
I was just gonna say, like, what are the odds that it's actually gonna go global?
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about playing it too much.
There's a lot of creators really excited about it. So I don't know. I think it has potential. And if you're into kind of like I don't like the controls. Like I don't like trying to use my phone screen like a controller, like it has analog sticks. It just it doesn't work out for me.
You play on phone, right? Not tablet?
No, well, so this our test was iOS only, and I don't have an iPad.
Okay.
I have an iPhone and a Samsung tablet.
Fair enough.
But like you could, I don't. But like also like how do you use analog sticks on a tablet, dude? Like it feels like it's way too huge. Like you can get away with it on a phone because like I have normal sized thumbs that reach everywhere.
So should we Want to look at some listener questions before we wrap up? Yeah. We've got 2 from CPT Panic. The first one is, well, I think it's one we've probably talked about before, and it's a very commonly discussing whether they will do builder wars in the future. I mean, no, probably. I mean, I don't want to say categorically no, but it's been such like a talked about thing for years. Like, they don't seem to have much interest in it, do they?
Builder base needs something. Like, I don't know that it's wars. Like, my stance is always like builder base needs to be fun on its own before they start expanding it. And
Yeah.
it's not really there for me. Wars, I don't know. I'd be excited to try it. And I don't know if it's gonna be a long-term solution though.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just that point. Like, I feel like, I mean, obviously, builder base is different. Like, it is quite different with the way it operates to the home village. But wars is, of course, the same thing as the home village. So unless it has a quite a different style, I mean,
Yeah.
the point of builder base is to be different to the home village, isn't it? So what's the point in just having the same thing, just with different troops essentially and different defenses?
It would get me interested in builder base temporarily. I don't know that it. Yeah, a long term. I know. Like, I enjoy attacking the home village. Like, I like doing it in Legends. I like farming, and I love war. And so war is like, it's easy, but like I don't have that same love for builder base. Builder base is going crazy right now too. Like, no one's talking about these bugs because it's builder base, but
It's a good ship.
it's funny. Like, I should have reached out to Asher and got like a quick recording about it, but they expanded the matchmaking window on builder base, and it was an attempt to fix a lot of the things he was talking about when we had him on, where like the top bases just sometimes just won't take defenses. So what they did was they just expanded the matchmaking window, so they can take defenses from people just a lot lower. But apparently, it's just ruined builder base pushing somehow. I don't fully understand it, but it is apparently worse now.
Oh, great.
Like, people are taking one of the things too is he was talking about guys that were self-matching on their own accounts, right? So like
Oh,
so now it's made it even easier to find yourself, because you don't have to have multiple accounts at the same level. They can be like way far below her, and
yeah, God
it's just
says it's because you can paste people 1,000 places below you or trophies below you, so it's just quantity over quality.
it's like 1,000. It's wild.
Yeah, that is
And
crazy.
just the skill gap there is just throwing a wrench in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, wars. Cool. The next one, how do we get Reddit mod? So sometime in the summer, we're gonna post applications. I assume it's been like we've just been doing it in the summer for the last like 3-4 years, right?
Yeah. Who was
So
our last batch? Lady Hawk and
Royal Slush.
oh,
Yeah, it was
Slash, of
late.
course, yeah.
So
It is hard to remember like who came in what batch.
yeah, like we really need people who are not American. Like, we need people who are gonna be awake and active and doing Reddit stuff while like because the 3 most active mods are me, Forrest, and Lady Hawk, and we're
You're
all
all
we're all
American.
American,
Yeah.
and so like the day we got daytime covered, but the like the night
What,
shift.
Rick? What are you talking about me? I'm awake. I've ever since you've said complained about that, I have been refreshing the page every 5 minutes, making sure the queue is cleared, just so that
Is
when
that
you wake up, you can't complain anymore.
yeah,
I'm running my computer on every day at work just for you know.
I'm trying to get Liam help, and he's arguing against it.
Yeah, and the thing is, problem is half the days of the week I'm waking up too late to actually make an impact in the morning for me.
No, like I'm not saying we don't need more help. Obviously do, and I'm welcome to more help.
He's defending himself.
I don't want you to forget me is all. I'm European and I'm active, so that's all I'm saying. Like, it's not like we don't have any.
I'm happy to take criticism. I'm European and I'm not awake in mornings most days of the week, so
Yeah, we
yeah.
need like Indian, like an Indian mod or an Australian mod, someone in those time zones, would
No, we
like
have Sid.
round out our coverage of the world.
Yeah, and Sid's been the one for good reason for quite a while, so
If you want to be a mod, like, that's cool. Like, we definitely need help. It helps if you're in a better time zone, right? Just because we're like that's what our need is right now. If you're not in those time zones, hey, like, we're not gonna say no. it's probably a tougher sell. You got to show us that you're an active member of the community, that you understand like what is good for Reddit, and like that you're not a toxic POS, and just like if you want a shot at being a mod, use the subreddit, understand the subreddit, and find a way to show us that you care and you want to make it a better place. And if you can do those things, we'd love to have you on the team. Next question: will there be a Hammer Jam this year? Probably.
I mean, probably. If we're getting new town hall, that means Hammer Jam.
Yeah, there's
good talk.
been consistent Hammer Jams right before every town hall. So looking at November, December timeframe, for that's when we're expecting town hall 18. I'd be shocked if there wasn't a Hammer Jam leading up to that. Yeah, and then the last question was, should there be an option for the attacker to hide obstacles? And we did talk about that.
Well, I think we've been over that. Yeah. So wow.
Yeah, I think
look at us go.
We're pretty good. I know. Yeah, like Godly's out here saying, "Are you American?" No. Like, yeah, instant on. But no, like, yeah, we do want from all over the world, not just
we
like
don't discriminate.
Yeah, like not just to be, a robot to remove posts at hours that I'm sleeping, essentially. But no, like, I know, yeah, if you have good ideas or you just care, like, I mean, that's the big thing for me, man, is just like people who want to find a way to make the place better and have ideas and are willing to like try to do that. That's been, I know, like I always talk about every year we do this. We just like, I want like a project mod. I want like we have people who can like check the mod queue and do stuff and click approve or remove. It's simple. Anyone can do that. But like I really want someone who has like an idea for the sub and is willing to pursue doing it. Like, there's lots of stuff we could use. Like I think we need a lot better wiki stuff.
Did you see that they're updating the wiki stuff soon?
I haven't seen how, but
Neither, but I just saw they are, so maybe that's a good point to start off.
Like realistically, now that we have Lady Hawk, who does, man, Lady Hawk does so much. She's gonna burn herself out. Like I'm worried about her burning herself out. But like people were worried I'd burn myself out too, and here I am. So who knows?
That is true.
But like, anyway, she does like 5 times what I ever did in my most busiest month.
Yeah, no, she is brilliant.
And what's wild is it's all right. like it's all stuff I agree with. Like I couldn't correct her on anything, and that's something I know is wild even for me to think about. Like I've corrected you guys a bunch.
I don't make mistakes.
But yeah. Anyway, man, like I just want like someone who wants to do stuff beyond like, oh, I see someone said the N-word. Let's remove it and ban them. It's important to do, but
no, if you could do that as well, that would be preferable.
Yeah, like if that's all you're gonna do, like like we don't really need that.
Yeah, though, if you do remove the N-word when you say it, that would be preferable as well.
Yeah, also do that.
It's not
I know that I know like, it probably feels like a really weird example, but it's like the most recent mod action I did was that, which is why it comes to mind. And people getting really casual with that again.
I wonder why.
All right. Do you guys have any shout outs that you want to get out?
One last question maybe for the listeners. What do you guys look forward to the most in the following Clash of Clans updates?
Ooh.
I've got an answer for that. It's honestly quality of life stuff, which sounds insane, but I get so excited about like the random little things which just make my life easier and better. Like that's obviously the new defenses, the new troops, they're all cool, right? And that's like the big hitters. But you kind of expect that, and you scroll down, there's the quality of life stuff, and there's just some brilliant things which you wouldn't even think that they would change, or you wouldn't think yourself of changing. It's like, wow, my life is better, and it just warms the heart, doesn't it?
Small things make a difference, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Vic?
I don't know if I can answer that.
All right.
It's always funny being in this position too, because it's like the stuff we see often isn't finished. So it's kind of like Schrodinger's update, man. It could be terrible. It could be good. It just kind of depends on which way some things go. But I think over time, I think they've earned the benefit of the doubt. So I'm gonna say this is gonna be. I don't know. I think it'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, to be fair, this question wasn't about this specifically the next update, just like updates in general.
Even long term too. Like, I should drop some cryptic hints and start doing that. No, I should. I won't do that. And I'm gonna cut out that I said that.
and recording.
Yeah. All right. You guys have any shout outs?
I wanted to shout out Supercell for the kindness, and also thank all the teachers in the world for all the hard work that they do. I feel like it's often underappreciated. So thank you to all educators out there.
Is it like some International Teacher Day or something?
No, not at all. Completely random. No link that you'll ever find.
Okay,
No?
so there is a link
Okay.
somewhere.
Well,
none that you'll find, Vic.
All right, I'm like challenge accepted. All right, Sam, what do you got?
Great. I'd like to shout out Trample Damage, who's kindly let me back into his clan, because I became homeless again, and I do intend to stay for now. And yeah, I'd like to shout him out for always graciously letting me in when I come crawling and begging.
Do intend to stay for now, which is such a non-committal.
Sorry, I intend to stay
I-
for a large section of my future life. There we go. I realize that isn't
Okay.
very committal. Yeah, I intend to stay for a good while.
All right, Spencer, do you have anything?
Spencer left about 20 minutes ago.
Oh, did he? Awesome. Of course he did.
Do you not
what?
read your chats, Vic? He said he had to drop.
Or do
Okay.
you not have eyes, like, or ears? Do you not notice he hasn't been here for 20 minutes?
No, dude. Like I keep the I keep the agenda and the questions like documents open, so I miss some stuff. Did he say goodbye?
He did. Well,
Not on here.
not on
He said
on
he
here,
has
but in our
Yeah,
chat.
he said have to dip right now. Sorry, guys. It's okay, buddy. All right. I'm gonna say I was gonna shout out our little quitting buddy here, Spencer, because he gave me a good idea. So yeah, the other day when I popped in his clan to do clan games after Liam asked for some help. Yeah, I saw he like pinned a message saying, "Hey, like what's up? What are you guys up to in your life? Let's check in." And I thought it was a cool thing for a leader to do, and I said, "You know what? Let's do that on the podcast."
Actually, yeah, that some other guy in my clan saw that as well, and he was like, "Hey, that's a great idea. We should do that in our clan as well." So that's tagging off of your shout out, Vic. That's a good one.
yeah, it was nice. And I was like, you know what, dude, we haven't had a casual little like check in with us, check in with Reddit kind of thing, because like we were gonna do a podcast last weekend. I'm like, man, I got nothing to talk about. I don't know. This ended up being a fun one. I like hearing about what you guys are
I
up to.
liked it, yeah.
Yeah, that was my little shout out, just saying, hey, thanks for the good idea, buddy, and thank you guys for showing up.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Even if it was an hour late.
Look, I had to watch Newcastle lose in the FA Cup round of 16. It was very important.
Had to being the key word here.
Yeah. I wish I didn't know. I wish we started at the before agreed time. I wouldn't have had to see that, but yeah.
All right, last little thing. Someone said, how are your raid medal gains now that negative the 2000 things have been fixed? And I'm getting. I've had a couple raid weekends since then. I'm getting like 200 less, so it's not as I was kind of panicking a little bit. Definitely dropped, but it's not like terrible.
Oh, do you know what I did this weekend? I accidentally did a raid in the clan I'm in CWL, the Trample Damage clan, like not really remembering where I was. I was like, oh my god, what have I done? This isn't the main clan. That was a bit silly.
Yeah, like so right before that change, I got like 1700 something, and then since then I've gotten like high 14, low 1500, I think, in that range. So it's it's still hard to complain about 1500 raid medals, I guess, but it's not 1700. I'll find a way to complain, even though it's not hard. You guys know me. This is Reddit after all. Anyway,
of course.
I think that about does it. You guys got anything else?
No,
Nope.
I think that's good.
All right. Yeah. Next one, hopefully, is an update one. I think, and hopefully it's not too far away. If it is far away, we'll do something else.
Can you believe that there's only been one episode between 2 update episodes? How insane is that?
We should also figure out who we want to have on for that too, but we'll talk.
Yeah. Awesome.
All
Right.
right.
Well, see you all then.
Yeah. See you all in undisclosed number of weeks.
Bye, everyone.